Welcome back to another episode of The Fan. I'm here at the historical E.L. Lyons Memorial Field here in Kirkwood High School. I'm your host, Lawrence Maroney, and we got a great episode coming up today, man. We get a chance to meet the coach here at the high school, legendary St. Louis own Jeremy Maclin, man. We got a lot to tell you about him, what he got going on in this program, and just the greater historic things that's going on in Kirkwood. Stay tuned as we get back to The Fan. Yeah, we here at Kirkwood High School, one of the historic areas for youth football. Over 80 years of youth football here in Kirkwood. And after COVID, one of the first district schools to open up youth football for Super Bowl games here for the community, man. And so with further ado, I'm going to bring in the current head coach, Mizzou alum, Hall of Famer, 9-year veteran, Jeremy Maclin.
What's going on, dog?
What's going on, bro?
Appreciate you.
Yeah, listen. So, we was talking earlier off the camera, but question. So, what really got you into coaching, and what made you want to come back to where helped shape you to come coach here?
Well, I think for me, I always knew I wanted to coach. I think the question for me was what level, right?
For sure.
So when I got done playing, my last year playing was 17. I spent all of 18 trying to get healthy. In the process of all that, got married, wife got pregnant, and I just needed something. Right, because you know how it is, man. When you step away from the game,
for sure,
right, it's tough. You got to fill that void. So I had a chance to come back home to coach my little cousin who's now in Buffalo with the
Okay, congratulations! So, I heard about that.
Yeah, so for me, it was like, all right, well, this is my segue into coaching, and then it happened so fast. So I was here, I was a volunteer coach, and the next year I was offensive coordinator, and the next year I was head coach. So it took me like 2 years to really dive into it. But that's kind of how I got started, though.
That's what's up. And as I, go down that journey, man, I didn't really see myself as a coach, but I'm here. I coach my son AU team. Tell me something about Kirkwood that you think most people do not know about the history or what's going on here.
Well, I think for one, man, I think the demographic isn't always what people think that it is, right?
For sure.
You know what I mean? I think everybody thinks Kirkwood, and for the most part, yeah, families here are well off, but there are pockets of places, man, where we get kids that are not as fortunate, Meacham Park and things like that. So for me, it's coming back to where I come from. I grew up in Meacham Park, born and raised, and seeing some of these kids, man, and helping them, have access to the things that I didn't have access to. So, my job is to share my knowledge, share my experiences, man, share my resources, and help those guys, achieve what they want to achieve. So, I think that's kind of a misconception about Kirkwood sometimes.
For sure. So what do you expect for this up and coming season? So this is your second year as head coach, correct?
I'm going in year 8.
8 years?
8 total, 6 as a head coach.
6 as a head coach. So year 6, from where you started to where y'all at now, like what do you see for y'all season, upcoming season?
Well, it was funny because the first 3 years we went 7-3, 7-4, 7-3.
Those some good years.
But then last 2 years we went to the semifinals. So we were in the Final Four the last 2 years.
Okay.
So, anybody gonna tell you got to get over that hump now. I think that we're bigger in the trenches. Now, when you get to Class 5, Class 6A football in Missouri, I think the trenches kind of make the difference. So we're bigger in the trenches, athletic in the trenches. So I'm excited to see what these guys can do.
For sure. Last question before we wrap it up. This is just a personal question.
Okay.
So who was one of the favorite guys that you grew up watching that inspired you in college? No, for real though. As far as your segue from high school to college is like to help these kids, because it could be some youth watching. What is the biggest transition from I would say high school to college, like the different transitions from different levels?
I think the big thing is discipline, man. Like you know how it is, man. Mom's not there no more, pops ain't there no more, grandma's not there no more to make sure that you're taking care of what you need to take care of. So, you got the academic advice, you got all that, but still the discipline is huge because everything that you want to do, like you can go do that in college. If you want to go mess around and go out or go do this or not do this, like it's all accessible to you. So I think the discipline, and right now my job, man, these guys don't understand that like good discipline builds good habits. So that's what we're trying to instill here right now. Like you hear me talk all the time, man. I talk about habits and discipline, right?
For sure.
Because they go hand in hand together. But I think that's the big thing, right? And especially city of St. Louis, I think, you talk about kind of what St. Louis is known for and all these other things, man. You had that discipline. You got that. Everything else, like, we embody all that here, man. The hard work, the dedication, the grit, all that. We got that. So you still that discipline. You got those, make those good habits, man. You got a good chance.
For sure. So as we wrap this up, man, we got much more of Kirkwood to explore, man. Hopefully you can show us y'all great amenities. The field look great. You can show us y'all trophy case, your weight room. We do like to look at people weight room. I like to put an order on which high school got the best weight room. And I think Normandy is it's up there in the top 2.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So stay tuned to the fan, man, as we come back to you.
They implemented this. Nice little walkout, man. We come down, kids be lined up on the side when we get down here. Throw out, got the banner and the flag and stuff. So, play a little song, top of the hill, we come down the hill, So any given moment, man, depending on what it is, we have 2, 3, 4,000 people in the stands.
Oh, wow.
And then, of course, Turkey Day, you might get 7,500 to 12,000, depending on how
we got play. The wagon wheel, now I know it probably wasn't as big as Turkey Day, but like for us, that wagon wheel game against Ridley, there was everything there. Welcome back to the fan. I'm your host, Lawrence Maroney, and here we are in the locker room as we rate. We ain't gonna rate right now because Maclin looking at me, so I'm gonna have to do it off thing. He's gonna have to catch the episode and see what we rate him. But listen, we finna tour the locker room, so without further ado, come on, let's go see what they looking like. These are better than normal. I like him though. Ooh, I like him. This is the locker room.
Not bad. Only got 53 of them in here. So seniors get in here, and then it used to be seniors and juniors. But our program is growing now, so now senior for sure here, and then junior and sophomore, depending on how much you play, kind of what your role is. We like to get on over here.
Yeah. So y'all got another locker room for them?
Yeah. Kind of the one they decided ain't renovated yet.
This is a nice locker room. We're looking at it's just like, all right, don't disrespect the guy teammate.
So basketball use these. Now our girls basketball locker room legit.
I like it. Yeah, that's cool. I ain't gonna lie. That's up there. I give you y'all up there.
Ever since then, I keep it with right trophies. So,
they got it broken down in Kirkwood.
I say that's football, and we should have one more. So, like I said, last 2 years we won football district.
Got track 1 too?
Yeah, track 1. That's the Turkey Day game we just talked about.
Who up on the leaderboard?
I don't know who's up all the time. I think we might be, but we don't want 13.
Oh, okay.
So we've been down with it.
As y'all should.
At this point, make sure we want any other
first team all state. Those are individual state champions.
Okay.
I mean, you can see kind of everybody on the wall there. Lee was like the #1 recruit in the nation at one point. So,
yeah. Okay, y'all deep rooted in history.
Yeah.
Y'all putting them out.
BYU's head coach went here. So, Safaki?
Yeah, okay.
Taki? I'm not how to pronounce his name. But, and then Coach Inge is now the linebacker coach at University of Tennessee right now.
It's great history.
Yeah, man. But
I would have never known that. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate the history about Kirkwood because, like I say, you know how this world is. On the outside, perception is everything.
Oh, yeah.
And so when you hear Kirkwood, you know from us, we're going to perceive it one way, but to just actually get a deep dive into what's really the heart and soul, what moves Kirkwood, who that came out, who pioneered, who that you got to see that was successful, that gave you hope, you know what I'm saying, for as you was coming through these halls, man. I think that's amazing. I think this is what kids need to see.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Because this give you something to fight for. Like if you can't Come fighting nigga, you right there. What's going on, the fan? I'm your host, Lawrence Maroney, man. And as we just toured the amazing historical Kirkwood High School, man, got a chance to meet my boy Jeremy Maclin, man. As you can see throughout this episode, there's gonna be a lot of great things for you to see. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. I'm your host again, Lawrence Maroney, and we out.